The sport is a lot like boxing in the likeness that professional mixed martial arts fights are 3 5-minute rounds and 5 5-minute rounds for championship bouts, where boxing is 12 3-minute rounds. In MMA, the fight is decided if the fighter gets knocked out, gets submitted, or if the referee feels a fighter is not intelligently defending himself. If none of this happens, the fight is decided by judges on a 10-point must scoring system. Unlike boxing, a knockout can be scored by punches, kicks, knees, and elbows, instead of just punches. Also, unlike boxing, there is no standing 8 count. If you are knocked out just for a split second and the referee feels that you are not intelligently defending yourself, the fight is over. This makes the sport safer in the fact of once you get hit hard enough to get knocked out, you don't have the option to stand back up and ask for more. And with the 4-ounce MMA gloves versus the 16-ounce boxing gloves, the sport gets even more safe. The boxing glove has enough padding to prolong a fight to allow more strikes to an opponent's head, causing more brain damage, opposed to the modern-day mixed martial art gloves that barely cover the knuckles of the fighter, which makes a highlight reel knockout quicker and makes the knockout look worse than they actually are. A submission can be caused by forcing a tap out or verbal submission through chokes, cranks, joint locks, joint manipulation, and of course, strikes. A tap out is when a competitor taps his hand on an opponent or the mat to symbolize that he is done and does not want to subject himself or herself to further harm. Some common submissions are the guillotine choke, as shown here, the rear naked choke, the triangle choke, the arm bar, the knee bar, the Americana, the Chimera, the omoplata, the gogoplata, the ankle lock, the bicep slicer, the calf slicer, the Darce choke, and the Peruvian necktie. Now, I'm sure you guys are all wondering if that one move, the karate guy at the Y, kind of crazy. He says he's a black belt, but you're not sure about that. If that move he teaches for the self-defense woman class, the kick to the genitalia, the strike to the eyeballs, and then the grab your person run technique is allowed in modern-day mixed martial arts. Well, let me assure you, it is not. There is a various set of rules that have been laid down by the state athletic commissions and the athletic commissions around the world to make sure that groin strikes, eye gouging, putting one's finger in an opponent's mouth, nose, or etc., knees or kicks to a downed opponent's head, and pulling on one's shorts or hair is strictly illegal. You can get docked points by the judges' scorecards, as well as the athletic commission could deem your fight a no contest and fine you. All these rules are set in place just to ensure the well-being of a fighter and their health in general, not only to preserve the fairness of the fight.
My name is Michael Rooney. I'm a martial arts instructor part-time. I teach Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Karate, and mixed martial arts. My full-time job is I'm a warehouse manager for Scott Electric, a wholesale electrical distribution.
Yeah.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is a self-defense style that is a grappling art, similar to wrestling with the exception of it uses chokeholds and submission locks. Submission locks are locks designed to work against the joints. As opposed to striking arts such as karate, where there's no striking to the face, no striking to the body. It's all about control and submission. Mixed martial arts is a martial arts sport that combines elements of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, wrestling, karate, boxing, and kickboxing. It's basically two athletes going against each other using a combination of various techniques to see who's the better person on that night. My background in martial arts starts with high school wrestling, junior high through high school. Went on through karate, which I trained with Sensei Aikens, and I'm currently a 5th degree black belt in Goshin Jitsu Karate. I hold a purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu under Mr. Roy Harris. As far as studying a little bit of boxing with a few people here and there, some kickboxing, and a little bit of just mixed with some friends of mine who train various arts.
You're on.
The mindset between fighting martial art, like mixed martial arts in a cage, versus traditional martial arts, I feel is traditional martial arts is much more about building yourself as an individual, while mixed martial arts is about using competition fighting techniques. There's definitely a strategy involved. There's a combat of will trying to impose who can do what. In my opinion, traditional martial arts teaches more about yourself.
I've been practicing jiu-jitsu for about 6 years. I am a state trooper with Pennsylvania State Police, and in my off time, when I'm not practicing jiu-jitsu, I like to run distance and I run marathons.
You're on.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, in my own words, is grappling techniques with a partner on the ground. It's a series of moves and counter moves which you manipulate your partner into positions that are suitable for the application of either a joint lock or a chokehold of some sort.
Ever since I've started my training at Rooney Dojo,